I thought the first half we should have had a lead at halftime. I knew we were, when it was tied at a half, I felt like we were in a little bit of trouble. Second half we didn't guard very well. Part of that was a product of our offense. We took some really, really poor shots, and we shot some turnovers. Basically, you can't guard those. So, my impressions hadn't really changed after watching the tape. You could pretty much see it live. What we needed to do better.
Shot selection, is that, do you get the feeling that, we were talking beforehand, were they trying to do a little too much? Or is it really something where there is a fundamental flaw that needs to be fixed? Or was it an error of, commission last night?
Well, sometimes they try, you try to get it all back in one shot, whereas you need to, move the defense and move the ball and, give the defense an opportunity to mess up. We don't give the defense enough of an opportunity to mess up where we can get great shots. The last game we really did that in was the Old Dominion game. We flattened the ball out and gave them opportunities to mess up, and we shot it better and played a little bit better. But last night we just took some wild shots, some poor shots. Really only Melvin's the only one who can take those type shots. His bad shots are better than some of our other guys' good shots. That's just the reality of where we are right now. So, we'll clean up shot selection. We'll get that cleaned up next couple of days in practice.
Turn the page quickly. Another solid team coming in on Saturday. What can we expect from Cincinnati?
Yeah, they're a really good team, really physical, really tough, rebound the ball well. Coach Cronin, unbelievable coach, does a phenomenal job with their team, with their program. I love their program. I've followed their program for a long time. Love what they stand for. Love what they're about, and it'll be a battle. We're going to need to play, our best, to give ourselves an opportunity to win the game. But they're really good. They're battle tested. They're tough. They'll be ready to go on the road, and we're certainly going to need to have a good couple of days of preparation and get a lot of things fixed. But they do a great job on the backboards. I think they're second in the country in offensive rebounding or rebounding margin. We'll need to do a nice job on the glass and then be able to set our defense and not put our transition defense in bad spots.
Coaches, Jake won the last couple of games. Has that been kind of like a mental lapse that you've noticed that can be pretty easily corrected? Because he's also had some games where he's taking care of the ball. What do you notice with his game that has to be different beyond the obvious number?
Yeah, I mean we've tried a lot of different things with him. I'm at a loss right now, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, we need to start. I mean, we've got to look at everything. I've watched all his turnover. I mean, we've watched everything. There's no. Usually, you can develop a pattern or a rhyme or reason, and there's really not a pattern. That's one of the frustrating things with our team is you kind of plug one hole and then another hole opens, and so we've got to keep plugging holes and hopefully get them all plugged. But I honestly I don't have a great answer for you. I wish I did, but we'll put our heads together and figure something out for Saturday.
Coach, even in defeat last night, how impressed were you with Justin Tony's performance?
Played well, he made those little baseline shots, which was good, but he's got to play with great energy, and even if, there's going to be nights those shots don't fall, but we still need energy and him flying around and things like that. But, I thought he was certainly a positive sign last night.
You had mentioned on Sunday that you knew Georgia Tech would be good on the offensive glass, and you actually held your own, and I believe you out-rebounded them offensively.
We did.
Is that one of the positives that you
We missed a lot of shots, too, so it gives you more opportunities for the offensive rebounds.
But I don't think.
I know what you're saying. No, we did a nice job. It was good. I mean, we did. We were up on the backboards there till the last think that last little bit. So I mean, we did a nice job on the glass. Not good enough. I mean, not good enough to overcome just our poor shot selection and really just disjointed offensive effort that allowed them to get going, allowed them to get out in transition and play in the full court.
Little road trip, will you at least get to come home for the next week and a half, 2 weeks here of Siegel Center home cooking? Does that make it a little bit easier, or?
We'll see. I mean,
Get home here?
we got to play better, no matter where it is, regardless of where it is. But it'll certainly be nice to be back in front of the home folks. I know, we haven't been here in a while, and so it'll be good to be back. And like I said, we got to focus on getting better and playing better as a team.
Kind of along those lines, beyond the Cincinnati's X's and O's, I mean, a ranked team in here for the 6th time ever. Do you guys feed off that hype in the locker room? I know you try to approach every game the same, but the crowd's screaming. They're a little more into it on ranked teams here, it feels like. I mean, do you guys get into that sort of thing?
Not really. I
No.
mean, I haven't really given a lot of thought to Cincinnati right now. I mean, I'll deal with them this afternoon. I mean, I've watched them a bunch on TV. I watched their Xavier game. I follow them. I follow their program. Probably, one of the 3 or 4 programs I follow very closely. I always watch them. So I've seen about half their games on TV, their games in New York and some of those other games. So I have a pretty good idea of what they are, but I haven't gotten into breaking them down a whole lot yet. But they're certainly a great program. I love their consistency, how consistent they are with what they do and what they're about and how they go about things. So it'll be tough. Whether they were ranked or not, it'd be a bear of a game.
And Coach, with Jaquan's recent stretch of play, could we see you possibly tinker with starting lineups a little bit more, or you practice maybe some that is?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. I mean, we've got to do something at the point guard spot. So we'll figure out what's best for the team and go from there. But starting's not that big of a deal. I mean, we kind of start based on our matchups. It doesn't really have anything to do with, it's just more matchup based than anything. So, we'll see when we get there on Saturday. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Obviously, you get Justin playing like that on a consistent basis. That'll give you guys a really good option to go to as well.
Yeah. I thought, if with him and Gilmore, if we can just get 1 or 2 of them, both of them would be great. But I thought Gilmore did some good things. He just gets himself in foul trouble. But when we get production from those guys, that's what I was talking about earlier. I've been begging for production from the 4, so we kind of plugged that hole last night, and then we can't get anything from the 3. We get nothing from the 5. We get nothing from the point. We plug that hole, and then we got leaks everywhere else. So that makes it challenging, makes it tough. We're going to probably need to, we're going to need to change the way we do some things and within the flow of the game to hopefully help Justin out a little bit, help our bigs out a little bit, give us a little bit better chance to consistently be good and be able to guard and not give up the transition baskets like we did at Georgia Tech.
Finals wrapped up. I know some guys are taking intercession classes, but definitely a lot more time to focus on basketball. Is having less distractions, or is time to focus solely on basketball going to make life a little easier for the guys?
Yeah, I mean, we certainly need to focus on it. I mean, we got some work to do. So, it'll be good. It'll be good for our guys to spend time, without all the academic pressures and tutoring and study hall and everything else that they've got going on. So, it'll be good, and we need to use the time wisely to get better, both individually and as a group. So, I think that's important over these next few weeks for us, and we'll use the time wisely.